Hello, dearies. Today I thought I would do a flip through of the Halloween deck that I'm using this month. I'm using this with my Halloween Oracle, but this is my only Halloween deck so far, and it is from Spirit Halloween. So it's basically a novelty deck. Says on the back it's for novelty purposes only, and it's meant to be a prop, and not necessarily a serious tarot deck, but it's got all the right stuff. There are 78 cards. It doesn't come with an interpretation book, and they're not like super great quality cards, but I do actually like them. So, first of all, it actually comes in a decent box, not a tuck box. It's something. And like I said in my book video, my bookshelf video, you can see on the sides the little paper tags that are left from where these cards were punched out from whatever they were printed on. The very, very, very thin cards. They're not well finished. They're not great, but I do like them. So, back of the deck, some astrological stuff, some stars. It's not actually a deck that you could use reversed because the signs are different. But again, that's probably not something they were considering when they made that deck. But what I like about the deck is that the artwork and what they use to represent the different cards is actually well thought out. There's a lot of mythology hidden in this deck. So whoever was making those decisions was taking their job very seriously. So we start with the Fool. This card has a cat instead of a dog. There is some astrology on here, these numbers, which I haven't quite figured out what those would correspond to. But the artwork, I'm not mad at it. I like it. It's pretty, it's vibrant, it's active. The borders actually look nice with the colors in the cards. And they do use the Warlock, which I know is controversial and is not necessarily one of my favorite things. I'm going to turn that off so I don't get any glare. Because it is a loaded term, Warlock. But the imagery on the card is very representative of the magician in any Rider-Waite-Smith type deck. You get the pentacles and the swords, and there should be a cup in here somewhere, and the wands. High Priestess is our fortune teller. And then they pull mythology from a lot of different groups. We have some Indian, and of course it is a Halloween deck from a Halloween store, so it does tend to go to the most violent of options for every image. Sphinx, a little Egyptian. Here we have a voodoo warlock again, but succubus. So whoever actually put together the imagery on these cards did a really good job of bringing in a lot of different mythologies and making the images on the card actually relate to the card that it is representing. Of course, death just gets to be death. So you can see there is some of the Rider-Waite-Smith imagery in here, as well as the mythology that they chose to put on the cards. And like I said, the quality isn't great. This one you can see isn't exactly centered on its card. The tower being a gargoyle, I really like, because gargoyles like to sit on towers. And then you get a little bit more whimsical mythology as well, the Tooth Fairy. The werewolf for the moon. And the world. The imagery makes sense for what the cards are. And then in the minor suits, again, every card is a different mythological creature. So this is a giant whale. It actually looks more like a Chinese dragon than a whale, but with the tail you can tell it is an ocean creature. The pink unicorn. The Three of Cups, our celebration of people being in our corner as a witch, which I really do enjoy. All of the cup cards are water. You can see the elements in them. Even though it does tend to be more horrific imagery than we would usually see. It is a Halloween deck. Onto the pentacles. This is our Earth suit, Mandragora, to start that off. Elves and dwarves. Here's our shaman. Gremlins mucking up the works. And Samode. Queen of Pentacles being a dryad, very earthy. And the king is a leprechaun. It's not a particularly friendly leprechaun. It has the sharpened teeth, little friend there, but again, the imagery that they chose for the cards is on point. Here's our vampire. Can't go wrong with the vampire. Followed by an angel. And a harpy. The dark and light of the same side. Pegasus. Representing our air element. A lot of wings in this suit. Queen of Swords being an Amazon. King of Swords is a Viking. Both very strong images. And mythological, mythic sword bearers. Now we're up to the fire. We got a salamander. Our wands. Fairies. Have actual wands. There's the Hydra. And our hero way down in the corner. Pumpkin head. The Ten of Wands is a dragon. You can see the breathing fire. A necromancer. And then our queen is Lilith, and our king is Anubis. That is the deck, the novelty deck from Spirit Halloween that I am using this month. And it's not great quality, but I really like the images, especially for Halloween. All of the mythology, all of the monsters. It's just fun to use, and it has a lot of fall colors in there. So, it's pairing well with my Halloween oracle.